Welcome, Shirley. How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you for asking to meet with me. What would you like to talk about today?
Well, I'm having trouble with my history teacher. Um, I'm I'm just really worried about my grade in that class.
Mhm.
Um, I'm really worried that I'm not going to pass the class, and I know I need to pass it for um, just to graduate
Which class is this?
history.
Wow. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Um, I'm really trying to do the work, but I'm kind of a slow reader,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of reading in this class, a
Mm-hmm.
lot, and I I'm just really struggling to finish the reading, and then sometimes I can't finish the test in class, and so
Mm-hmm.
like the last part of the test isn't finished, and that's like my last test was like a D
Mm-hmm.
plus, and that's way lower than what I usually get for my grades. And
Mm-hmm.
when I went to the teacher to try to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to explain that I'm a slow reader,
Mm-hmm.
but the teacher was kind of mean to me
Mm-hmm.
and just said like, well, are you studying or are you just on your phone? It was
Mm-hmm.
pretty rude. And I mean, I'm on my phone sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but I actually really care about this class and I've been trying really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really slow at reading, and even when I study for a
Mm-hmm.
test, it takes me too long to write the essay questions.
Mm-hmm.
And at my old school, my teachers were pretty understanding about
Mm-hmm.
giving me extra time. Like I was still learning everything, but I
Mm-hmm.
could have extra time to finish it. But when I asked the teacher that, he just said, try harder.
Wow. Well, Shirley, first I want to validate you. I checked out your records and I also checked out your transcript and your grades at the school that you came from. And you're correct. You did have very good grades over there. So I am concerned alongside with you how things are going. But guess what? I would love to talk a little bit more about this and maybe create a plan to help you with the concerns that you have. How does that feel?
That would be great.
Okay. So you mentioned that you feel overwhelmed in class. Was that the word you used? What? Mm-hmm.
I'm just, uh, yeah, the reading is
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Got you.
It's I can't finish it. I spend a lot of time reading at home,
Mm-hmm.
like 2 hours a night. I'm reading my textbook, but I'm just kind of slow and I can't always finish it all.
Mm-hmm. It might feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are some accommodations that you had at your previous school?
Um,
Do you remember maybe? And
well,
sometimes students get a little bit of extra time on assignments.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My teachers, when I told them that I needed extra time, they
Mm-hmm.
would always give me extra time. I would just go down to the library and finish
Mm-hmm.
there. Um, but and then with the reading assignments, sometimes the teacher would share an audio file
Mm-hmm.
with me so I could listen to it while I read,
Mm-hmm.
and that helped sometimes too. Um,
Those are awesome. Thanks for sharing. Would you feel comfortable me sharing this with your teacher and requesting those accommodations for you?
yeah, that's what I was trying to ask for, but
Mm-hmm.
he was just like, he just said try harder. He didn't want to make. He said he couldn't make exceptions.
Mm-hmm. I, you know, this is a hard one for me, Shirley, only because I do want to respect the teacher, but let me assure you that I'm fully on your side and what you're experiencing. So I do see in your record that you do experience a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah,
Do you believe that it's the anxiety that is stopping you from fully doing your assignments the way the teacher wants?
I'm not sure. I
Mm-hmm.
get really nervous before a test,
Mm-hmm.
like really nervous.
That makes
And
sense.
um, sometimes when I'm during the test, like I know I studied, but I just cannot, like, I can't pull the information out of my brain and
Mm-hmm.
like, because I'm feeling so nervous.
Mm-hmm. Feeling nervous can be, as I said before, overwhelming, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And have you ever talked to anyone else about this?
Like, well, like my
Hmm.
parents.
That makes sense. Would you be into maybe, I was thinking about you, would you be into maybe having like a peer mentor or maybe someone, I want to tell you about these Trillium mental health services,
Mm.
and it's not therapy. They're licensed therapists though that just check in with you. And again, it's not therapy. Not that therapy's bad or not. It's just not what I'm recommending. But it'd be nice for you maybe to have someone of your culture to check in with maybe once a week just to see how you're doing. Would that be something that you might be able to benefit from as we figure this out with your teacher?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
That would be cool actually, because I'm kind of new here, and my mom's just been super stressed
Mm-hmm.
because my parents just divorced, and it's just been a lot of stress at home.
Divorce is heavy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I miss my dad, but I'm really mad at him too. So
Mm-hmm. You're mad at your dad?
yeah,
You want to talk about that?
well, he just was really he just made my mom really sad.
Mm. And it sounds like a lot of sadness, maybe.
Yeah, he just he cheated and broke up the family.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. It's hurtful to hear because I'm learning to connect with you. When you connect with people, it can be hurtful when they're hurt. So I appreciate that you shared that. I also wanted to make sure that you do get the accommodations that you need. And was there anything else that your former teacher did beyond giving you different ways to do your readings or more time to do your readings? Was there anything that they did maybe with testing or the way you did assignments?
Well, extra time on
Mhm.
tests. So, like, if I didn't finish the essay questions, I could go to the library, and um, I was a lot less stressed,
Mhm.
and like I could do a lot better on a test if I
Mhm.
wasn't so worried about not finishing it. Like, it's been really hard in history when I have a test because I'm so worried that I'm going to fail that
Mhm.
like I can't even focus.
Awesome. I asked you before if you were comfortable with me talking to the teacher, but I want to be specific about it. Are you comfortable with me talking about like the anxiety and how it makes you feel when you have that pressure?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think it's really helpful to talk openly about this, and unfortunately, the teacher doesn't know you that well. I'm getting to know you too, but I'm being really careful not to make major assumptions about you, right? I'm asking a lot of questions. And we want to make sure that your teachers work that way too. You never know. I'm not making excuses, but they might be having a bad day. Who knows? We're going to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to focus on you. So specifically, so you don't feel overwhelmed anymore. So those accommodations you mentioned at your former school, it should be no problem to have them here. And I'm so glad that you brought those forward to me.
Good.
So I'm going to meet next with your teacher. We'll continue meeting, I promise. But I'm also going to meet with your teacher one on one to, with your permission, explaining everything that we talked about and then going through the variety of accommodations that you mentioned, just so that they understand and so that you have that time. I'm just curious. I'm always curious about this question. What's something that you do when you're feeling like overwhelmed to like feel better?
I mean, I don't know. Try and take a
Mhm.
walk, take a break, uh,
That's already a
look
lot,
at
Shirley. That's good.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have your phone when you're in class?
No, I can't have it in class, but
Okay.
uh, like if I'm when I'm at home and I'm feeling stressed.
That's Well, I appreciate you mentioned those, and the reason why I asked was because I was trying to see if there were any more accommodations that we can make for you. And I caught one when you said that sometimes you go for a walk. It is possible through the counseling department for you to get a pass that you give to your teacher, and then and then you get a few minutes outside of class just to like feel better. How much time do you think that you would need for something like that? Do you think maybe 2 or 5 minutes would be good?
Yeah, I think it could just help to like just leave class for a minute, um,
Mm-hmm.
just where kids aren't watching me and I can just kind of breathe a little bit and get some air and then come back, maybe kind of reset.
I got you. So I have a few options for you, Shirley, when you're feeling overwhelmed, and I'm going to make sure you get that pass when you leave the office today, okay? So let's start this today.
Okay.
I'll make that happen for you. But a couple options are you can hang out in the hallway. Sometimes there's students out there. So the other option is you're welcome to come to my office. And I'm happy to give you my office space for you to feel better. And the third option is that I'm happy to go for a walk with you around the school. You know, it's not the longest walk. It's a nice walk. Sometimes it's raining, and that'll give you time to just like chill,
Mm-hmm.
and also give you time to have someone to talk to only if you want to.
Okay. Thanks.
Awesome.
That'd be nice to be able to just leave class if I'm feeling overwhelmed
Yes.
just for a minute.
And as long as I'm available, I can accommodate that third option that I told you about.
Okay.
But otherwise, you're always welcome to come to my office. And whether I'm here or not, I'll let the secretaries know that you are welcome in my office.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. That's great.
Awesome. So tell me, what else is going on?
I mean, I'm new in the school.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard to be the new kid.
Yeah.
Still don't really like know a lot of people yet.
Yeah. Have you made any friends so far?
Well, I met someone on the bus
Hmm.
because I still have to ride the bus to school next year. I think I'll be able to drive, but um, her name's Julie, and she's new here too. And so we've
Awesome.
been talking a little bit.
Okay, I love this. So the reason I love this is because I do know Julie. So what I'm going to propose is that the three of us, I'm going to get you all out of class and the three of us will go for a walk next week. How does that sound?
Cool. Yeah.
And that way we can build some community for you two, right?
Cool. That'd be great.
So Shirley, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Like it means a lot to me that you trust me in everything that you said today, and that you're putting this in my hands. I keep saying I promise, and I do mean it. I'm going to follow through on everything that I said, and then I'm going to schedule another meeting with you next week after I meet the teacher. That way I can follow up with assurances on the accommodations. Does
Okay.
that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So next week you and I will meet, and we'll also meet with your friend, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Do you think my teacher's gonna be okay with like giving me some more time?
I think so, and then the reason I know that answer is because they made that accommodation for other students.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but you know, that's important for you to know because I don't want you to feel alone or less than. You're no different than other students in the class, and they might even be your friends soon. Okay?
So I'm not the only one that.
No, you're not the only one. Honestly, sometimes I need extra time on assignments. So I totally, fully understand where you're at.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool. Well, thanks, Mr. Emotionally.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you a couple times next week. Okay? Have a
Okay.
great day and remember to take care of yourself. Awesome. Thank you.